Hey Grandpa, could I share my presentation with you?
Sure, kiddo. Let's hear it.
Welcome to my presentation on wellness in education today. Today, the emotional, mental, and physical health of each student is a priority in most schools. Wellness isn't exclusively an individual responsibility or social phenomena. It's something intrinsically interrelated. We call this moment systemic sustainability education, which focuses on pedagogical objectives that include community, global, and environmental wellness.
Great work, but hasn't COVID changed your school's approach to wellness?
I'm glad you asked. COVID has had a huge effect on wellness in schools. For instance, we can't work in groups and sports have been cancelled. We're all struggling to connect with each other socially, but it's helping me make the connection with individual health and societal well-being.
Certainly, a lot has changed. You see, when I was your age, industrialization during the time of standardized education meant that learner outcomes were tied to production and economic prosperity. I was responsible for my own well-being, and I relied mostly on Christian theology. As the population increased in urban areas, so did the rate of disease. This influenced the need for a social hygiene movement in schools. People began to realize that there was a relationship between the body and the mind. Authentic education challenged the dichotomy that we saw in the early days of formal education. This led to an emphasis on physical well-being, but I'm pretty certain they were just preparing us for the war.
Wow, Grandpa, this is all so interesting.
But wait, there's more. Karl Marx's concern with classism theorized that societal imbalances in access and opportunity were rooted in social and economic differences. Democratic citizenship education brought with it the first wave of feminism and an emphasis on female reproductive rights. These ideas influenced curricular content for decades to come, and health education was formally established in response to these issues.
Wow, Grandpa, it looks like I have a lot more information to include in my presentation. You see, wellness in education is like a tree. At first, it appears self-sufficient, but then we realize that external forces can either disadvantage the tree or provide an opportunity to grow. If we look closer, we can see that the roots span the environment and that everything is interconnected. How do you see wellness education evolving in the future?